I really enjoyed reading through your listening guide. I think that you formed the questions perfectly for the age group, the 8th grade age group you were going for. I think that these are really good questions to keep them focused on the listening or the video, as well as thinking a little more critically. Like for instance, number 6, it's not just like a what does this mean question, but you kind of moved. I like those kind of questions. I think those kind of questions, like the what does this mean kind of questions, I used a few of those in mine as well, but I think those are really beneficial. But I think it can be sometimes hard to move from with listening, to move from what does this mean to other kinds of questions. And I think you did it really well when you were kind of moving to more of like questions that had them give more thought and a little more of their own opinion and expressions and ideas. I also really liked how you provided the questions in their native language. Do you teach students that are native language Spanish speaking?
No. They
Okay.
all are, yes. They all are fluent in English, but different nationalities. Most
So
of
you
them
teach
from China.
Spanish.
Yes,
So you
I
teach
teach.
the Spanish. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Okay, so okay. So I think also I like the way that you provided the English equivalent. I'm not sure if you would provide that for the whole I'm not sure if that's how you would have that as you distributed it maybe the initial time when they're listening. But I really like how you provided that, because as a learner of Spanish myself, I think it's easier to really move from the listening to the reading when you have that translation, and it gives you a better idea of really what to listen to if you have a really good idea of what you're reading and focusing on. I think that was really smart to provide that for your students. I think that overall this is a really great listening guide, and I really appreciated it. I appreciated the listening in general. I think it was really beneficial, and I think it'll be great for your students.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your feedback. And well, now with our courses, I'm using a lot of translanguaging.
Okay.
Yes, I'm using in my classes, so I consider it was very important to put in both languages, not only in Spanish, to be
Yeah.
sure that the question is clearly understandable for my students. Huh?
Yeah.
So now I will give you my feedback. First, I want you to know that I really enjoyed the video. I think the TED Talk is fantastic, the one that you chose for your class. It catches the viewer's attention. And in that sense, I think it is very helpful, because the students will see it not only as a listening practice activity, but also as something interesting and very entertaining. I think it's really important to create the conditions so students can have their very learning experience, and they can have fun at the same time that they are learning. In addition, the teachings that the video provides are fabulous for reflection, analysis, and comprehension. As I mentioned, I think the video is really good for your class. I have reviewed your listening guide and found that the questions are very appropriate and helpful in knowing the degree of understanding of the students. I have noticed that you used questions about values, style, purpose, in addition to those related to the meaning of sentences and words. Also on your list are questions that help students think and craft the answer based on their perception and understanding. So they have to think, they have to process. It's a really good activity. And well, Katie, I'm not proposing that you add or modify anything on your listening guide, because I think that it's an excellent listening list. So, well, congratulations.